This is for the reteaching page for 6-2. We have learned that 10 ones make a set of 10, and we will be using this concept for the next few problems. Please check that you are on reteaching page 6-2. This is written at the top of the homework page. Let's look at problem number 1. The addition sentence reads 28 plus 4. There is also a model above the addition sentence that we will be using to solve this problem. 28 is modeled as 2 10s and 8 ones. 4 is modeled as 4 ones. To add these numbers, we are looking to create more sets of 10. This makes seeing the addition so much easier. Look at all of your ones and see if you can make another set of 10. If you can, circle it. Always double check to make sure that you have circled 10 cubes in your set. Now look at your new model. Count all of your sets of 10, including the one that you circled. You can see we now have 3 sets of 10, and that is your new number in the tens place. Then count all of your ones that are left over. You can see that we have 2 ones left over, and that is now your new number in the ones place. By using tens and ones, we can model the answer to the addition problem. 28 plus 4 equals 32. This is for practice page 6-2. Please check to be sure you are now on the practice page 6-2. It is written at the top of your paper. We will show you how to draw the tens and ones in order to solve similar problems. Use the blank spaces next to each problem and keep your drawings small. Please look at problem number 2 at the top of your paper. The addition sentence reads 38 plus 5. Instead of circling the model, we will draw the model first. 38 is drawn as 3 10s and 8 ones. And 5 is drawn as 5 ones. Now go back to what we practiced on the reteaching side of your paper. Can you find a set of 10? If yes, circle it. Now look at your new model. Make sure you count all of your sets of 10, including the one that you just circled. You now have 4 sets of 10. That is now your new number in the tens place. Then count all of the ones that are left over. You can see that we now have 3 ones left over, and that is your new number in the ones place. By using tens and ones, we can draw the model to find the answer to the addition problem. 38 plus 5 equals 43. This is for reteaching page 6-3, problems 1 and 3. For problem 1, we start with the first addend and then use the tens and ones model for the second addend to solve the problem. So, start with 34 and then add 2 more tens, 44, 54. From 54, then we add 3 ones, 55, 56, 57. And we find that 34 plus 23 equals 57. For problem number 3, drawing the model for the second addend will help you solve the problem. The first addend is 42, and that will be our starting point. The second addend is 12, so let's draw that model. 12 is drawn as 1 10 and 2 ones. Now we are ready to add. Start with 42 and then add 1 10 to make 52, and then add your ones, 53, 54. 42 plus 12 equals 54. This is for practice page 6-3, problem number 12. One bunch has 31 grapes, another bunch has 28 grapes. About how many grapes are there in all? This is an estimating problem, which means you don't need an exact answer. To keep it simple, find the closest 10. Using a number line for this is very helpful so you can see the closest 10. The first number is 31, which is closest to 30. The second number is 28, which is also closest to 30. 30 plus 30 is 60, so you would have about 60 grapes in all, which is answer choice C. This is for the reteaching page 6-4. We are going to show you how to use the hundreds chart to add two-digit numbers. We are using the example at the top of the page. The sample problem at the top reads, find 16 plus 23. First, find 16 on the hundreds chart. This is your starting point. To add 23 to this number, you need to know that there are two tens in 23. So you move down 2 rows for the two tens, 26, 36. Then you move 3 spaces to the right for the 3 ones in 23, 37, 38, 39. Where did you stop? That's right, you are on space 39, so that means that 16 plus 23 equals 39. Use the hundreds charts on both the reteaching and practice pages to help you add these two-digit numbers. This video is for practice page 6-6, problem number 2. These problems require students to find number patterns. Number patterns either add or subtract the same number over and over again. In order to find the number pattern, we need to figure out two things. First, are we adding? Are the numbers getting larger? Or are we subtracting? Are the numbers getting smaller? So let's look at problem number 2. In week 1, Cleo picked 2 tomatoes. In week 2, she picked 7 tomatoes. In week 3, she picked 12 tomatoes. Continue the pattern on the chart. First, let's decide if we are adding or subtracting. Start at the top of the chart and continue down. 2, 7, 12. The numbers are getting larger, so we are adding. We now know the answer will be either A or B. Next, we need to find out what we are adding to each number. It's like finding the missing part on a part-part whole mat. The first number on the chart is 2, and the next number is 7. Think, 2 plus what will give you 7? Count on if you need to. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We added 5. Now start from 7, and the next number is 12. Think, 7 plus what will give you 12? Count on again if you need to. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We added 5 again. Now start with 12 and add 5 more because we have figured out that this is the pattern for this chart. 12 plus 5 is 17. Fill in 17 on the chart. Then start with 17 and add 5 more. 17 plus 5 is 22. The pattern that was used to fill in this chart was adding 5.